Alright YouTube, so I want to bring y'all back here just so y'all can kind of see what's going on here. So we're getting this motor stripped down. This is the motor of the van, the good motor. It's on the stand. This is, in case anybody wondering, this is the Harbor Freight 2,000 pound 1 ton stand. Seem to be doing pretty well. The real test for it is when we're going to flip it over to do the oil pan, but trying to think of what I was doing. Oh, so I'm stripping the motor down. I got the oil cooler off, the motor mount, water pump off, turbo off. Got everything stripped down to where I'll be when I'm trying to get it stripped down. I got to change the gasket on the oil cooler gasket, and the oil cooler, the intake timing cover manifold. Or the timing cover gasket. There we go. And I got to change the oil pan out. So those are 2 gaskets I got to change. So in order to do that, I got to take a lot of bit off this front. I'm going to get the timing chain done, or timing gasket done first. After that done, then I'm going to go down and flip it over, do the oil pan. We should be good to go. So I just got to pull off this harmonic balancer, get that off. And we're pretty close to flipping it. I gotta take this off. I gotta unhook the high pressure oil pump. Gotta undo that bolt right here, and I gotta loosen that up so I can get this off, from what I understand. So I gotta double check all those little details, but we do all that. Actually, doesn't look bad at all. Yeah, and then we will get started. I might go ahead and just pull this. Yes, the mount off, that way it's done with. And yeah, but once we get all this off, we'll get it flipped, get the oil pan and timing cover put on. I might go ahead and swap the oil cooler while I'm at it, we'll see. But yeah, so there's nothing to it but to do it. So got the heater going. I had to turn it off just because it's a little chilly in here. It's in the 20s, so it's not too bad, but the heater makes the difference. Oh, and I got the manifold off. I had to do some creativeness to get them off, but I got them off. None of the bolts broke. That's a good thing. They're just pretty rusty. But yeah, that's our goal, to get oil pan, timing. What I want to do is oil pan, timing cover, gaskets in place. Probably go ahead and get the oil cooler on, if I can. Maybe we'll get to swapping the manifold. We'll see. But that's my goal today. Is it all possible? Maybe, maybe not. But because once we get all that done, all we really gotta do is swap the turbo. Swap these hoses out, the high pressure oil pump hoses. Clean this valley out good. Hoping when I flip it over, it'll do a lot of that. Change this valve cover. What else do I gotta do? Put the turbo back on and do all that. Now, I am going to get the water pump, but I can get that at any time. Yeah, so I guess now there ain't nothing to it but to do it, so let's get at it. Alright YouTube, so as you can see, it looks a lot different. We got the timing cover off and the oil pan. So in case you're doing one of these, you got to take the oil pan off, get the timing cover off. You got to undo this which looks pretty clean, to be honest with you. But this is the high pressure oil reservoir. Yeah, so we're getting it going. I just cleaned off I just went through and washed this up. Now I'm going to try and put the cable. Wiping down, I got to clean all the gaskets. Need material a little bit better, but I got all the grease and grime off of it. But yeah, so now all we're going to do is put the timing cover back on and go from there. Alright, both time charm YouTube. So we got the saucepan. No, I got the timing cover on here. This water pump just threw back on. It's going to come back off. I got a new one I got to pick up tomorrow. Got that put on. Still got to put the oil pan on, but I want to let this set up get this RTV set up on that, so then when I flip it, it doesn't have issues because oil, obviously oil is going to be there. Got all this back on. I swapped this out. I put the high pressure oil pump back on. I swapped out these lines. These are just hydraulic lines. The kit I bought. Basically replacing the braided forward lines. They were leaking down here. So we did that. I also put this crossover line on there. Don't really know. Wasn't really sure if I was going to want to do it, but people say it helps starting a little bit better. So whatever. It came with the kit, so I just threw it on. All this is just JIC fittings now, so that's great. So all that I got left, which I got to put the fuel bowl back on, but I think I got to either get some new fuel lines or get some new fuel, some gaskets in there because these all tore up. So there, and then the actual input fuel lines that goes here. That's what that goes to the input fuel line. A bolt I found. So that, and then gotta do that. I gotta put the oil pan on, obviously. Change the water pump. Put the oil pump back on it, but I gotta get a seal for that, oil pump seal. Got the sub hooked in. And then I gotta, once I get the oil pan on, I gotta do the oil cooler, the manifold, the mounts, the motor mounts, and then I gotta change this valve cover, and put the turbo back on, and I'm done. So yes, there's a bit to do, but it's not all that much. So I'm gonna call today. Probably I'll wait till Monday before I can figure out on these. So I'm gonna do some looking tonight, see if I can find something aftermarket. But that I gotta put the, like I said, I gotta put the oil. I gotta put the turbo on, and yeah, so I got quite a bit to do. I got a little bit of time tomorrow I think I can use to put the oil pan on. So we'll get that on, get that set. Obviously, the engine's gotta be upside down to do that. And then the motor mount, oil cooler, and we'll be in business. So it's coming along pretty good. Taking a little more time than I want, but I'm just trying to do everything I can. Yeah, it's line's new. Because once I get oil pan on, oil cooler on, and the manifold and turbo, pretty much ready to go in. So, but anyway, I just want to bring y'all by. This is where we're at. Sorry for the lack of video lately. I've been working and trying to get some stuff done. So yeah, so there we have it. I'm hoping tomorrow to get the oil pan on. If I can make it over here, oil pan. I think the oil pan, oil cooler, exhaust manifold, and engine mount small. But we'll see. I know I can't put the oil pump on there just because I know I got to get an oil pump or oil pump gasket. But anyway, that's that. Thank y'all for watching. Hi YouTube. So oil pan's there. New oil pan. Got the dipstick tube installed. Got all this cleaned up. Got all the oil. I was also cleaned up. So now I'm just gonna take and put the silicone on it. Want to bead all the way around, and then we'll go ahead and set that on. But yeah, hopefully this will work out and we'll be good to go. So, alright, I'll bring y'all back once I get that installed. What's going on YouTube? So as you can see, oil pan's on. The oil pan's on. Swapped the oil cooler, motor mount's on. Didn't get around to putting the exhaust manifold on yet, but that's. Get the other one off, so all you gotta do is just clean everything up, put it on. What else did I do today? I think that's all. Yeah. So everything went smooth. Put the new dipstick tube in there. I'm probably gonna get a new dipstick tube just because that one's pretty rusty and they aren't that expensive, but they pay in the butt they break. So get that. Everything else seems pretty good in this engine, from what I've found. A couple of little odds and ends I gotta get. Like I said, I gotta get the oil pump gasket here. That I didn't know. I thought I had to take all that apart, but I really didn't. I could just left it on there. But what's that? I said I put the oil cooler on. I put new seals in here and down here, so that should be all set, ready to go. What else? That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna let this if I set a couple of days, the RTV, just because I probably won't be able to get back over here for a few days. We'll flip back over. What else do I got left after that? Once I get it flipped, I just gotta change the fuel lines, put all the fuel lines on. That once I change the fuel lines, probably put the turbo on and put all that on, and then swap the welding harness from this one to there. Then I just gotta swap these front components. Oh, and I'm gonna do a water pump from this. I guess swap this pump out, which they didn't have today. That's why I didn't do it today. But that, and then that'll be all set for the most part once I get that and that done. Once I get all that done. So this is just about done. Very close to being done. What I got next on the agenda, once I get this all wrapped together, as you can see I used some penetrant oil. So I thought I was on. I gotta take this extension housing. That's the new extension housing with the speed sensor in it. This one had the speed sensor in the tail shaft. Now I gotta pull that off to make sure this is gonna work how I think it's gonna work. I'm starting to question that now, but we'll see. Basically, I'm gonna have to take this tail in. I could put all this in just like it is, and it'll work just fine. And I just keep that brake on the back. It's not gonna hold anything. But my goal is to put that transfer case on the back of this, and then all I gotta do after that is get a front axle for this. And this loop springs just like the four-wheel drives. That way I can make this truck a four-wheel drive. That's kind of my end goal. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the front axle at this time. I might have to wait a few months before I can do that, just because that's basically $1,000 for a front axle, something like that. So we'll see. If I have the cash to do it, I'll do it. If not, then I'll hold off. That's without doing any brakes, just for the salvage. I think it's like $800, $600-800 for the axle. So, because the reason I want to do this and not just put that on and then later on put that on is, I'm going to shorten this drive line up a little bit. So I kind of want to do that once and be done with it. So that's the hard part to put in. The front axle is just the U-bolts, drop them out, U-bolts and brake lines. For the most part. So that'll be, I'm looking forward to doing that once I get to that step. I just haven't got to that step yet. But yeah, so as long as, I'm pretty sure it'll work, me putting that on here, or swapping that extension housing, that middle housing, and then put the transfer case behind it. Then I'm going to have to shorten up the drive shaft on here, which I'm going to, the animal over there of some sort. Yeah, I'm going to shorten the drive shaft up a little bit. These don't look too bad. Everything else I'm pretty sure is good. I may swap the radiator hoses just because why not, but yeah. I'm looking forward to getting this all set and ready to go. So, but anyway, that's just kind of where we are, where we stand on everything. And then I do, before we go too far, I got to go through check the, before I'm done with it, I got to pull that sending unit out. Some of these tanks were bad about the inside coating coming off and clogging up that screen. And then, if I got to change the tank, I don't want to change the tank, but it's so much easier to do right now than it would be to do, say, later on. So that's all I'm trying to do, is just anything I think might be an issue, just go ahead and get it taken care of. It's a lot easier to do now. New transmission hose, line, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so that should be that. So the transfer seat should go right there. Yeah, probably enough space for the drive. Yeah, it's a longer drive shaft than I thought, because I got a front drive shaft already for it. But yeah, that's what we're doing. So I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more. Sorry the videos haven't really been much of me doing stuff. It's just I've been coming over here when I had time and just kind of knocking a little bit out at a time just to get it done. But so hope you get it done by the end of the year. It's not going to happen, but we'll get pretty close. Probably sometime in January I'll get the engine swap done. I'll probably get it all put back together by then, and then all I got left is to put my bot in here and be done. But I want to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe for more, and I'll talk to y'all later. See ya.